Mother spilled the... Her mother better spill the beans with this. Also, that looks like we have gonna have a confrontation. Like somebody needs to kill the lights in here. And release the rats. Does he believe that he can control the rats like Hugo might? Because he infected his own blood with Hugo's blood? Blah blah. That was a bit close. Um... I'm gonna set them up there. Guess not. I think Vitalis intentionally wanted us to use our power here. I have a feeling. Because of what he just said. I don't have another option here. That's the Episanguis. I don't know what to say. Wow. This story is incredibly fascinating. I think I would honestly want to see this story more than once at this point. Though maybe not from my own gameplay. Maybe I just watch somebody else play at this point as well. Investigate some more. It's, this might actually, in fact, be a very good story-rich game. Kind of reminds me how in Clair Obscur, where so much of the playthrough until you finish Act 2, so much of it is just kept in nigh complete mysticism. That's kind of how I feel about like these last couple or few chapters or so now. Giving me the same vibe here. Like so many actually like super interesting progressions are happening, you know, really fast all of a sudden. Like this here, all that remains, penance and blood ties. There was Hugo's herbarium in here. Well, you know what we're gonna fucking do in here next time when I play this game. Because I was gonna stop now and take a break. I guess we're gonna go for... Where the fuck would this be? Oh, fucking hell, I know. There's a single grassy garden area in here. Where the fuck else would it be? Like when we are following Nicholas. It has to be then. Aura. It is possible that it might be with the section with her mother, possibly too. It's not impossible. So there was only one single section where that carriage wasn't the gate. That was the only section where there was soil on the ground. And I was pretty damn thorough. However, the problem is that I didn't expect that there was going to be items here. I kept telling myself that there's likely not going to be any items here. But yeah. So that's what we will do one of the first things next time I play, I guess. We'll just get that single herb, as usual. You know, I was looking at Steam on this game earlier. Yesterday. And I was like, I wonder what the ratings this game has, just out of curiosity. And Steam's ratings for this game are actually very good. They are like 92% positive from like 60-something thousand reviews, which is very nice. I was like, I think people are overrating this game. Both from gameplay perspective, character storytelling perspective, just the entire package as a whole, everything this game has in it. I was like, this game feels overrated. But then when well, I mean, especially today, but yesterday when I was doing that Paris Street section up to the library, and any chapter after that, I was like, maybe this game is actually not that overrated. And right now, I would say that this game is... Depending how many chapters there is left, thing is, the different mechanics that this game has in it right now, then The Rune Estate mission that we did earlier used every single trick in the book that we had before. If there is like, say, 2 or so more chapters where we have to use everything we have had before, and we get to be much more creative with, you know, how we progress these areas, I would say this game is exactly properly rated. If you asked me a few days ago, I would say that I would be slightly interested. And now I would say that I'm impressed. Heck, there might even be a possibility that I could even do 2 playthroughs of this, to be fully honest with you. Like, the gameplay in this game is not interesting enough for my liking. Or, you know, what kind of games I enjoy, you know, for me to want to play this specific game again. Of course, I'm gonna play Requiem after this. I wanna know what happens in the story, of course. And honestly, the dynamic of Hugo's Raima Macula disease, being able to control the rats, but only the black rats, not the white rats. Like, I can already see, like, a, you know, gameplay, like, implication from that to the next game. And then Amicia, of course, has her sling with all of her different throwables and stuff. I'm extremely curious to see how the next game plays, because this is setting up a very good base. It's literally every single one of these other games that I played, where the first game is very promising, and it does a very good setup, and then they do the sequel to the game, and it's like superb. You know? 2018 God of War, the God of War Ragnarok, or I guess, you know, Ghost of Tsushima could be the same, the Ghost of Yotei, and many other examples, you know? It just feels the same exact way for me too here. You know? That's the vibe I'm getting. But anyways, enough talking. I'm gonna stop and we continue next time.